Hey, my friends, it's Patrick Allman coming at you from Focus Consulting slash Stop Doing Nothing slash your Facebook page slash wherever you know me from. This video is to help you get some very basic marketing off the ground when it comes to your GoHighLevel account. For those of you who are watching this who have no idea what I'm talking about, HighLevel, or as I call it, the Playmaker CRM, as you see it there in the upper left-hand corner, is the closest thing you will see on the market today to an all-in-one marketing tool. And I do not say that lightly. I say this with 3 decades of experience in the digital marketing world, back when you had to code websites with HTML by hand and Windows Notepad file. This tool is a marketing automation tool. It's a website tool. It's a blogging tool. It's a product tool. It's an e-commerce tool. Heck, pretty soon it's going to be able to replace Shopify, but none of that matters right now. I am going to show you how to do a very basic lead gen 101 setup. I'm going to show you some things that GoHighLevel does, but I'm also going to mix in some strategy and some things that I have learned over time from doing lead gen on a lot of different platforms, okay? A couple of disclaimers. First of all, I do not work for the company GoHighLevel. I am merely an avid user, and I just love the tool, and I love sharing what I know about the tool. Number two is that every time you don't subscribe on YouTube to my channel, a ladybug loses its wings, okay? And we do not want ladybugs to lose their wings. So please make sure, leave a comment, subscribe, help me out a little bit. I'm giving you some free content. Help me out with some social currency, pretty please. And the third thing is that there are 100 ways to do what I'm about to show you, okay? The way I'm showing you is the one I am thinking of while I'm sitting here in front of a camera making this up in my head as I go along. Now, I do stuff like this every single day, so I've got this pattern pretty much down. But if you talk to 50 different consultants in GoHighLevel, they will show you 50 different ways to do things, okay? None of them are right or wrong as long as the end result is what you want, okay? And here's the fourth one. This fourth one is more for you. When I give you some information about how to do something, please be sure you take action on it. I want to see you succeed. If you don't have a GoHighLevel account, you can obviously get one through me. But if you do have a GoHighLevel account, please make sure you implement what you learn here. Us as humans, and especially in the education world, are great at consuming education, but not always implementing it. Okay, that's it for now. Let's get into it. Okay, you've gotten your GoHighLevel account. Let's get some lip stuff on. You've gotten your brand new GoHighLevel account. Someone sold it to you. You think it's the coolest thing ever, but you have no idea where to start. Let's talk about lead gen. That's something that we all need, whether we're on social media or we're an author or a speaker, whatever. Let's talk about email lead gen. You came to me, okay, you hired us, and you said, you know what, I want a simple funnel of getting someone to opt in to my email list so I can send them my free PDF, my free video series, my free whatever. It just doesn't matter. I'd say, okay, Mr. Customer, let's walk through this. What do we need? Well, we need a PDF to give them, number one, okay? We need a form to opt them in. We need a page to put that form on, and we need an automation to not only send it to them, but to also remind them several times to get it, okay? So let's start with that. Where would I start? I need my form first. Okay, let's go over here to Sites, okay, and Forms, and let's build a very simple opt-in form. Come here, we're gonna start one from scratch. Of course, there are templates, but Patrick tends to do stuff the hard way, i.e. starting from scratch. We'll call this form lead gen 1 form, okay? Here we go, some very basic information. I tend to not really, worry about last name. I'm gonna put first name on there. I'm gonna want it required. Please leave the checkbox down there, and please try to get a phone number, okay? Email, every marketing channel is constantly being bombarded by spam. So we know there's a heck of a lot of problems getting in the inbox. So it doesn't matter. We still want email address, but always, please try to get phone. Every field you add to a form kind of reduces the percentage or the chance of somebody opting in. So if you have to eliminate one of these, I would eliminate the first name, to tell you the truth. The email address would be the last thing I'd eliminate, and phone number would be the, second to last thing. Always try to get email, always get email 100%. Always try to get phone, and first name is always good. Now, If I would have thought ahead a little bit about this, I would have also added a qualifying question on here. Personally, I don't like just getting their basic information. I like asking them a question about their needs, about their wants. It could be a simple radio button, it could be a simple checkbox, but some way to segment your list. We always talk about list segmentation, where you can't segment a list just based on their email address and phone number. Obviously, you're going to segment them by what they opted in for, but I also like asking them a question, how much money do you make? How much experience do you have in marketing? And I also like the question to be something that's quantifiable. A free form box is great, but it's hard to filter on a free form box. Radio buttons, check boxes, drop down lists, ask them something to kind of qualify them so you know whether or not they're in bucket A or bucket B. One of the questions might be, how soon do you want to take action? And the possible answers are, I need help right now, I need help in 1 to 3 months, and oh, I'm just kicking the tires to get some information. I really don't need help. That way you spend more time on the more qualified people and less time on the least qualified people. Okay, enough of that. I've been on that horse. Form is done. Save the form. Oh, let's fix the button also. So, yes, I want this. I tend to speak in the voice of the person submitting the form. Okay, cool. We've got a lead gen form 1 here going on. Let me see. Let's work on what happens when they submit this. And I believe that is over here in options. And I would always suggest over here in options, excuse me. On submit, I'm not going to do it here, but I would never suggest using just a message to confirm the opt-in. Send them to a separate page. And the reason you want to do this is in all of your analytics, whether it's a Facebook pixel or a Google Analytics or something, it would be nice to measure how many people started at A and went to B. If you use this option right here to just display a message, they stay on the same page, so it's a little bit harder to measure that they took an action. It's possible. You have to be a little bit geeky to do it, but always, 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 in my opinion, click on Open URL and put in your confirmation page here, which is going to be another page on your website. And that also gives you the chance to either sell them on something else or have them buy something, maybe give them their opt-in, their video or their PDF right away on the next page, just something. I always, always recommend you put a separate page here, a confirmation page, okay? But today, we are going to just use a message that Patrick would never use. Okay, top of funnel, good form right here. Now we have to have a place to host the form. So I'm going to go over here into my websites, and I'm going to create a page right here in my little test training website. And we're going to call this the opt-in page, and we're going to make our path the opt-in page path. Cool, if you use ClickFunnels, you can import those puppies right here, and the import usually works pretty good. I'm going to create from blank here. And typically I do wide here. It's a personal choice. I do a 2-column row so I can put some copywriting on one side and my opt-in on the other. I'm going to come here and put in my form and do my lead gen 1 form. And over here, subheadline, enter your email address to get the best PDF ever. Okay. Click on save. Of course, you're going to put in some meta information there. We're going to skip that for now. Going to click on publish here. When somebody opts in to your form here, it gives you another option right here to, where was it? Oh, here. You can basically say use the action we defined on the form builder, or we can override it right here. So if you put in message over on the other one, you could always override it right here and go to confirmation URL and give them the confirmation URL. We're not going to deal with the confirmation URL. We want this video to be under 5 hours, right? So cool, my page is done. So I've got my triggering stuff all set up. It's always good to use images and videos. People love that stuff. I'm going to come back over here now. And I want to take some action when somebody submits that, okay? So automation is your friend. Let's come over here to create a new workflow in automation. Start from scratch, because that's just how we roll here in the world of Patrick. And we're going to send the PDF from the lead gen 1 form, okay? New triggering event is going to be the fact that you submitted the form. So I'm going to go down here to form submitted. I bet you I just blew right past it, didn't I? Yeah, there's so many cool things in here you can do. I'm just constantly amazed. You know what? I have to slow down. I just came back from the gym. I am wired. Let me tell you, come on, it's right in front of me. You can probably see it. You're probably laughing as you're watching me just blow right by it. Form submitted. Come on. Where is form submitted? I know you are right there in front of me. Triggering event form submitted. Come on. Oh, it's got to be up here someplace. Here we go. Form submitted. Oh, okay. Add filters. Right here, the form is that form, lead gen 1 form right here. Okay, so right here, we're actually in pretty good shape. This is a triggering event right here into the workflow. Typically, I like to save a lot. I learned a long time ago when you work in tech, you cannot hit that save button too often. Your internet could go out, your power could go out, a cat could step on your keyboard if you have cats and just totally destroy your work, okay? So form submitted. There are times when you're also going to want another triggering event here, maybe a tag, maybe a purchase, maybe something like that. Let's talk about that here in a minute. So typically the way I build mine here is I tag them right away, okay? I tag them right away. I always make that the very first step. So if something else, for example, breaks, or there are things in GoHighLevel which may get stuck on a step, like if you drop a voicemail, that voicemail step actually will stay stuck there and won't go to other things. So it's always good, in my opinion, to tag them right away. In this case, I picked a lead hot tag. And then from there, I just tend to do the really basic stuff to get my automation off the ground. Gonna come over here and send them an email, okay? Here's something that I've learned in GoHighLevel that I would highly recommend. In most automation tools, and sometimes in GoHighLevel, you'll be tempted to come down here and start typing your email, okay? Do not do that, okay? Tell you why. Because you don't get, your stats aren't as good. There's something else I'm gonna show you, but your stats aren't as good. And it makes it hard to reuse your content. It makes it hard to do various things if you put in your content right here. So I am a big fan, so we're gonna cancel this, make sure we save. I am a big fan, now that I've learned what I have to learn, of going over here in marketing under emails and templates and doing all your email work here. It lets you repurpose the emails, okay? It lets you save on typing. So if I was going to send somebody a 3-email series inside this, I would have to retype the email every single time. Over here, I can just use this same template, which I created before I started this video. And I've got some automatic custom values in there, as you're going to see here in a second, as my little circle stops spinning while I sit here and stall, making a fool of myself. Come on, GoHighLevel, don't screw with me while I'm in the middle of making a video. Please don't do that. Let's try this again. Let's try going back, and then we'll go into our template. Let's see if we have some more progress this time. Come on, computer. I do not have any patience right now. There we go. So this is an email template that I set up a while back, and I can do all kinds of better customizations here than I can working in the workflow. So I would always recommend you doing your email work here and just repurposing it. I also did something really cool in this email where I substitute the day of the week, which is going to be really cool for something I'm going to show you in back over on the other side. So this is your email content. Over here, you're going to have something like, click here to download your PDF. Okay, and then of course you're going to highlight this right here. And you would normally, let me see, where's our link? You would normally link to wherever your PDF was here. Whoops, lick here. Whoop, that's going to be funny in the replay. We do not want to lick here. We want to click here. So I'm going to say on click here, and here's where you would link to your PDF. In this particular case, I'm just going to put in a URL. Of course, you can link to wherever you host your PDF. In this case, I'm going to put in something like, normally this would be your website.com/path/cool.pdf, right? Save. Got it. Okay, cool. Let's go back to our automation and pick up where we left off. Automation, automation. Where was it? Was it this one? Here we go, right down here, because we're still in draft mode. Okay, add tag. Send the email right here. Pick the template, which was it? Push general lead gen 1. And something else, goodness gracious, Patrick, slow down. Something else that's cool about doing it this way is you can use the email over and over and over and just keep changing the subject line from here, not changing the subject line over in your source. Okay, let's fill out the basic information. Something else I highly recommend here that people don't normally do. Don't put a hard-coded name here. Put in the user information, the user who owns the contact. So user, full name, which is going to be Patrick Allman, me, user, email address, right? And then, hey, here is your thing. And we are going to pick the template. Now, notice, remember over in the template how I substituted the day of the week in there? So as I keep sending this to the person, it's going to change the content automatically. Very cool, right? So let's save this temporarily. And I'm going to remember, I also, when I build out automations, I like to make sure contacts are always assigned to an owner. So I will assign to user right here. And am I available? There we go. I'm assigned to the salesman right here. Could do round robin and some, no, I don't think you can do a round robin. So that's something else I like to do in automation is I like to tag somebody and assign them to a user right here, okay? If you want to hard code the user down here in the email, you can. I just don't recommend doing that because a lot of the stuff I build, this included, is meant to be reusable and repurposed. And if if you end up with a sales staff of 10 people and you hard code a name in here and an email address, you're going to kind of screw yourself over later. So try to make that dynamic if you can, please. Of course, you're going to test your emails. Always test your emails. Save this. Save here in the upper right-hand corner. And let's finish this out. Email. We sent the email one time. Let's wait a day, right? Let's wait one day. To give them a chance to download it. I'm going to be really lazy. I'm going to copy this right here. Again, all about the repurposing. So here it is. And I'm going to I'm going to name these also. Most people don't name their stuff. I'm going to say this is email 1 of 3. Copy that. Save here. So I'm basically building in my documentation along the way. Email 2 of 3. And here we're going to say wait one day. Okay, so people that come along after me can see this content and say, oh, I get what he or she is doing right here. Pretty cool. Now let's keep on doing this. Let's copy all actions from here and paste it down here. Look at that, another wait and another email. Let's make this email 3 of 3. We're going to call this one, this is your thing, last chance. Of course, the email content's going to be dynamic, right? Because if you send this on a Wednesday, email 2 is going to say, email 1 is going to say it's Wednesday, email 1 is going to say it's Wednesday, email 2 is going to say it's Thursday, email 3 is going to say it's Friday. Again, use dynamic content to repurpose your stuff. It's going to make it so cool. This one we said was last chance. And forgive me if I'm talking too fast. And this one we're going to say, because I have no creativity right now, second chance, right? Cool. Save early, save often. So there's my 3 email welcome series right there, okay? Now, what do you want? So this assumes that somebody doesn't download it here, and we're going to send this to them whether or not they never download it. But what if they do download it? You want to make your stuff dynamic. You want to make your content and your automations react and change based on the behavior of someone. So I can really see some improvements where I could really make it right here, where depending on, put some more tagging between these so I know whether or not they download it from the first email, second email, or third email. That would be handy to know how reaction or how engaging this person is. If they download it from email 1 and I can stop the automation there, then I know this person's very engaging. So maybe I tag them as being a hot lead. If we know they download it from email 1, I can tag them if they're going to be a warm lead, hot lead, warm lead, or cold lead. There's some cool things you can do there with trigger links and other things there. We're not going to do that right now because, again, I want this video to be under 16 hours. The one thing I do want to do, though, is I do want to stop emailing them once I know they have clicked on the thing. So for that, we're going to do something cool down here called, well, first of all, I'm going to give them a chance to, we're going to copy this here down here, and we're going to give them a few days. Maybe they're busy. People aren't always jumping to what we want them to do. So let's at the end here, let's wait 5 days, give them one last chance. And then down here, we're going to come down here and use something I believe is very underutilized, but is very, very cool. And that is goal event. I love me some goal events. A goal event allows you to alter the path of the automation based on the actions the user takes. For example, you want them to open, you want them to click. In our case, we want them to click. So received an email event. Look at all these cool things right here. Clicked a trigger link, received an email event, added a tag, removed a tag. These things come in play. Let's say if somebody's in multiple automations. So if they're in this lead gen automation over here, and for some reason they have them over here in this other email, this other automation that applies a tag or removes a tag, you can control this automation by doing something in that automation. Or maybe look at this one right here. Maybe our email series to get them to set an appointment. Once they set an appointment, we don't want to nag them anymore. So we could use the appointment status goal right here. In our particular case, I'm going to say received an email event. I'm going to say an email. In any of these emails, if received an email event, any of these emails I send them, the email event is they clicked. Okay? They clicked. So if they click, so if we send them email 1 up here and they click on it, all the stuff down here will be skipped down to below the goal. So I'll show you how this works. So save action right here. Let's name our goal, right? We're going to call that goal Yahoo, they clicked. Okay? And then what you can do is once they clicked, then you can continue marketing to them down here. But also make sure that there's also this option down here that if they get all the way down here and they don't do anything, that you have control over. You can end the workflow, you can continue anyways, or you can sit here and wait forever. Okay? I just kind of like the end the workflow option right there. Save up there. Come over here and click publish. There's no harm in clicking publish early. And there you go. So this should be a very basic way of getting them, of whatchamacallit. Of getting a lead gen, thing going. We've got the website, we've got the form, and then we've got the triggering here based on the form that was submitted. There's all kinds. This is one of the simplest workflows you will ever build. My best practices here, like I said, are tag people as they come in and assign them to a user right here. I would probably also do some more tagging back here. Once they clicked, you could put in another tag here that says, Yahoo, they clicked. Okay, we can add our new tag right here. Save action. So if they come down here and they do click, we actually tag them. They click. So then we know our people who opted in versus our people that clicked. Because remember, we added a tag here of a lead hot right here. Something else I tend to do, which is tagging back practice in my opinion, is if I'm going to tag something later here to keep track of them, I'm going to assume that they might have been through this before. And so if I'm going to apply a tag later in an automation, I like to go up here and make sure I remove the same said tag. So here's remove tag. I'm going to put in for the Yahoo they click tag right there. So if for some reason they come through a second time or a third time, I don't want to assume that they've clicked. Maybe they opted into my list now and they went cold and they come back later and they opted into my list, okay? I want to remove the tag there. And then something else that's also good practice in my opinion is coming over here to settings and allow re-entry here. So they can come through multiple times. People just take all different actions and have all different workflows. So I like having that one on. Upper right-hand corner, save. Come back to here, look at this over one more time. We're doing tags, so we're doing, actually that one's good as is. Save that, save here. Removing tagging, adding tagging, assign to user, email them all, wait, and add the tag and keep going on and on and on. The only other thing in this basic workflow, which I would probably change, the site is coming over here to the website that we had built and training main website. And we're going to use my blog page as my confirmation page, okay? Just because I want you to see how, I want to make sure that we send them someplace else. Let's say after they opt in, I want them to go read my blog posts. So I'm going to click on my actual, let me see, can I click on, will that take me to the right one? Yeah, there's my blog link right there, right? So that's my confirmation page. I want them to go read my Why Cats Are Better Than Dogs blog posts, plural. And so over here in my forms, I'm going to go back to that form I built, lead gen 1 form, excuse me. And the action I'm going to take right here, that was over here, right? That was right over here. We do not want to send them a message. We want to send them to the blog right there. Did I get my HTTPS? Good, I did. And so now in my analytics software, whether you use Segmetrics or Google Analytics or Matamo, which is my favorite one right now, I know if they went from page 1 to page 2, you can start looking at your conversion rate, because you can look at the number of impressions on page 1 versus the number of people who actually are either tagged inside your thing, inside your funnel, inside your email sequence, or the people that went to the second page. So you have 2 ways to measure conversions now. What this also allows you to do is you to put your Facebook pixel information in right here, and then track right here on submit application lead. I prefer the lead one right here. So this will send an event back to Facebook if you put your pixel ID in here of the lead stuff. Because if you're doing lead gen on a platform like Google or Facebook, you need to send information whenever possible back to that platform to measure how well your ads are working. And the only way you can, well, there's multiple ways you can do that, but the way we really like to do it is to make it automatic. So when they submit this form, they get their freebie, they enter the automation, and our form talks back to Facebook and says, hey, a lead was generated, and then that'll show up in your Facebook stats right there, okay? Save, back, go back to our website where our opt-in form was. Let's take a look at our beautiful opt-in form. Yeah, I've seen better. Anyways, let's come over here and test this real quick, because this will not send email here at there.com and 405-555-1212. Actually, we're going to make this 405-217-4752. By the way, if you ever want to get a hold of me, that is my real office number. That's my GoHighLevel number. You can text us or call us there, 405-217-4752. Opt in. Did I get it right the first time around? My form should send them to the blog page right there. Cool. Very cool. And let's come over to our automation and make sure everything kicked off okay. I'm feeling pretty confident because you know what? Look, there's a 1 right there. So somebody has enrolled. And just to be sure, let's go look at our enrollment history right here. Sure enough, I enrolled myself at 8:34 p.m. local time. And then over execution logs, it'll show all the steps here. Okay. So add to workflow, I cleaned up my tags, I added my tag, I assigned myself a user, and I sent myself an email, and now I'm in the wait right here, okay? This did not actually send me an email because I don't have this connected to my email system yet, but I can now go over to my contacts and look at the Patrick I just added right here. And sure enough, there's all the history right there of what has happened. And then down here, yeah, there's my tagging right here, and I am still inside this automation right here. Ignore this, that's some other kind of automation I have set up. But I am in my workflow, send the PDF from the lead gen form 1. The only other thing, I can think of all different ways to improve this, because people consume content from different modalities. I might also, if I want to be a little bit more aggressive, after I send my first email right here, I might also drop in an SMS saying, hey, check your email. I just sent you a super cool dope thing. Okay, save action, save. And there we go. You can see I am waiting right here for the next one. I will not get the SMS, obviously, because I already passed that step. And so now I'm just waiting for the person to click. Thanks for watching. As I said earlier, please make sure you subscribe on YouTube, give me some social love, and share this with somebody who it could help, okay? I am all about helping people and giving you some free training. If you'd like to see some other videos, please leave some comments below on YouTube or on Facebook, and I will see what I can do. Hopefully this is useful. Take care. Do good things with GoHighLevel. Talk to you soon.